Thank you for joining me for lesson 58 of our daily study through Rambam's Sefer HaMitzvos. We are today at positive mitzvah 169. And in the Mishnah Torah readings of 3 chapters a day, through reading through Mishnah Torah, we're currently going through mitzvahs that we have for the holidays. And so we did Passover and then Rosh Hashanah, and now we're in Sukkot. And yesterday we learned that we are to dwell in the Sukkah for 7 days. And now positive mitzvah 169 also deals with Sukkot. And it is that we are to take the 4 species. And so it says in Leviticus 23:40, and you shall take for yourselves on the first day. And give me just a second here. I'll pull up that mitzvah here to read it to you. And you shall take for yourselves on the first day the fruit of the hadar tree, date palm fronds, a branch of a braided tree, and willows of the brook, and you shall rejoice before the Lord your God for a 7 day period. All right, so that is the mitzvah. So we're commanded to take up what we call the lulav, which refers specifically to the palm branch, but we're also including with that the willows, the myrtle branches, and our etrog, our citron, and we use these in to as implements of rejoicing before Hashem during the 7 days of Sukkot. So biblically, this is mandatory, specifically in the temple, but we also do it, wherever we are as well. In addition to kind of goes along with the mitzvah of Sukkah. So this biblical obligation extends only to the first day of the holiday in diaspora, in the exile. So on the first day, we're obligated to take up the lulav, and that is biblically what we're to do. But rabbinically and according to our custom, we do it throughout the whole holiday, the lulav, and that's the mitzvah. One thing real quick is that women are exempt from this mitzvah since it is a time-bound commandment. However, women have I'm not positive if every group of Jewish women has taken it upon themselves, but their Jewish women have taken it upon themselves as a mitzvah voluntarily, and so they also take up the lulav as well, and so that is done, even though it's not a biblical command for them to do it, because they are exempt from time-bound commandments. One thing that I want to point out about our studies through Sefer Mitzvahs is we are going to hit more than just the 613 commands as we're going through this, because we're studying along with the Sefer Mitzvahs, or Sefer Mitzvahs fits into the structure of the study for Mishnah Torah. And so we're going to talk about a lot of other things beyond just the 613 commandments. Mishnah Torah covers everything, all of the mitzvahs that we were obligated to, that we are obligated to, and that we will be obligated to when Messiah comes, even. And so we're going to cover a lot of topics. We're broadly covering pretty much all of Judaism here, uh, through this study. So think about that as we're going through this. We're not just checking off mitzvahs. We're kind of going in a very surface way across the entire Torah, the entirety of the Torah and Jewish law. And so, one thing I want to mention today regarding the four species is that once we've used an object like the etrog, the lulav, we don't just discard of these things because we use them in the service of a mitzvah. We took them up before Hashem and used them during our services, and so there is now a sanctity to those items, and so we don't just throw them away in the trash. There might be ways to do that if you had to. Like you want to be careful because they can get kind of moldy if you don't take care of them intentionally. But just until recently, I had my lulav up there with my willow branches that we beat at the end of Sukkot, and it was beautiful. It looked like I could have taken it down and shaken it again. However, probably the leaves would have all fallen off had I done so. But the what we use those items for um, is we like to link it to another mitzvah. So here, when we destroyed our chametz by burning it on the eve, or typically on the eve of Pesach, we will often, a lot of people will use their lulav to kind of be part of what's to build that fire for burning the chametz. So we're linking the mitzvah of Sukkot to the mitzvah related to Pesach, and we're causing a bridge, between those days, and it's a beautiful thing to always have in mind that we bring a holiness into the world that doesn't just leave when those days are done. The holiness still resides upon on items that we've used for mitzvahs. Hopefully, that doesn't sound like too crazy, mystical, spiritual. It's a real thing when we use something for mitzvah, we sanctify it. That's why things like the Ark of the Covenant have a holiness and a sanctity, is because they were made for a spiritual purpose, and that's really our ultimate goal in this world, is not to just serve this material body. We want to, Hashem put us here in this world. Judaism tells us, and puts us in this world to take physical things and make them spiritual. Hashem took spiritual things and made them physical when He created everything, and He put us in this world to take and to take care of His garden, to cause things to grow, to make fruit in His garden, so to speak. And one way we do that is through mitzvahs, and we bring holiness into the world, and we make the physical world spiritual. I hope that's an idea that is encouraging to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day in every way.